One of the biggest takeaways I have gotten from day trading is that the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. And what do I mean by this? I don't mean being stupid, right? I don't mean as in like, this video isn't directly targeted at trading, but I don't mean it as in risking $2,000 to make $500. That's just a really, really silly thing to do. What I mean by that is the bigger the goals, the bigger the ambitions, the bigger the dreams, the more you're going to have to sacrifice, okay? So I'm still currently going through the road to profitability, consistent profitability, right? And I realize this is quite a big goal. This is a hard goal. This is tough. Not many people, I think the statistic is something like 2 or 3% of day traders actually become consistently profitable. And the reason for this, I believe, is that people don't want to risk the equivalent of what the lifestyle, what the dream outcome is. So if you've got big dreams, you've got big goals, you've got big ambitions, you're going to have to risk the exact same energy equivalent in sacrifices, okay? And what does this mean? You're going to have to risk a lot of time. You're going to have to invest a lot of time. You might invest hours and hours and hours, even months, even years, and not see any results until 10 years down the line. You're going to have to risk lots of capital. You might invest 10 grand into trading and not see any results until maybe 2 years, right? So you've got to let your nuts hang. You've got to sacrifice these things. The biggest sacrifice for most people, I think, is socializing, right? And what do I mean by this? I mean as in going out on the weekend, on a Friday, on a Saturday, finishing work and go and get pissed up with the people that you call your mates, but in reality, you're just all addicted to the same drug. You won't go out and go for a coffee. You won't go out and read a book together. You won't go out and do anything other than just bullshit. The reason people out there, entrepreneurs out there, day traders, agency owners, all these people out there achieve absolutely amazing things and big dreams is because they sacrifice. And it goes back to the old saying, right? The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. And obviously, this doesn't just apply for trading. Like, the more you risk in trading, the more you win. But you see these entrepreneurs out there, these business people, these agency owners, they have these dream lives. They have your dream life. They have the car, they have the girlfriend, they've got the wife, they've got the kids, they've got the house, they've got the watches, they've got the clothes, they've got everything, right? But if you look back at what these people had to sacrifice, the most important thing people have to sacrifice is time. Everyone has a finite amount of time on this planet. No one knows when that timer is going to reach zero. No one knows when it's their time to go, right? And you might invest 10 hours of time and not see any results. You might invest 100 hours of time and not see any results. You might invest 2,000 hours of your time and not see results. But the reason these people are so successful is because they let their nuts hang. They let their bollocks hang. They keep pushing through the hard times. They don't let these hard times get to them. They don't think, oh, I've put 100 hours into this. I've not seen any financial return, so I'm going to quit. No, they push through this time. Because if you put 100 hours into something and don't see any return, but that 101st hour that you work could be your breakthrough hour, right? The second most important thing these people have sacrificed is money. You have to invest money. You can't go through and achieve these amazing big things, whether it's day trading, SMMA, agency owner. You can't achieve multi-million-pound businesses a year, maybe even a month. You can't get to that level without a mentor. You can't get to that level without paying for information. You have to invest financially into yourself and you have to back yourself. And it's the same again. You can invest £500 into, I don't know, an SMMA course and not see any return, right? Okay, you keep pushing through, you keep putting the reps in and you keep working. Or you could put $1,000, $5,000, you could put $10,000 into learning a skill, not see any result. But as soon as you put that $10,001, that $1 that you spent could be your breakthrough. So you've got to push through these moments. And the biggest sacrifice that a lot of people make and a lot of people struggle to make is time with their friends and time with people that they call their friends, right? When in reality, they're just the companions that they go out and drink with on a weekend after work. These are the kind of people that you only hang around with them because you're friends with the same drug. You're not actually friends with each other, right? These are just the crabs in the bucket. Like, you say, oh, I'm going to stay in and study tonight. No, oh, you're gay, mate. You're just like, oh, boring or whatever. You've gone boring. What happened to you? You've switched up. They're the kind of people that you're going to have to drop, and it's going to be hard. It's going to feel lonely. This journey is lonely because the amount of people I've had to cut off to get into the position that I'm in today is it's a hard journey to go through mentally and physically. But I know at the end of the day what I want to achieve I'm going to have to sacrifice so much in order to get there. And like I said before, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. So if you sacrifice a certain amount of energy's worth, you're going to get that equivalent amount of energy in good, in accomplishment, in fulfillment back. So the more that you sacrifice now, the more you're going to achieve later on. That's sort of what I'm getting at with this video, and I really hope you guys sort of get where I'm coming from, because I'm still new to this like video making stuff. I'm getting a bit better at saying stuff off the top of my dome, but I just want to share more philosophy and share more principles to you guys. So yeah, so that's the end of the video. God bless you boys. Go outside, get in some nature, go do some walking, get off the phone sometimes, it's nice for a mental reset, and then get back to the grind. I'll see you boys in the next one.